Despite its meteoric popularity, Harry Potter, when scrutinized, is revealed to be pretty formulaic and made several mistakes along the way to a disappointing ending that relied heavily on Scooby-Doo logic. Quite frankly, I'm hoping that as the movie series gleans along, that by the end someone will do a rewrite at least of that final confrontation. I read the series to the end, yes, but I only stuck it out because I was determined to finish what I had started. Emotionally, I was checked out around the first few chapters of Book 4, and quite frankly, I almost think J.K. checked out from it only slightly thereafter, since that was about the time I started hearing reports of her complaining about her publisher having made her make it into a teen series of novels, and what she really wanted was to be a lumberjack or something like that. One thing Harry Potter did do, however, was whet my appetite. I found time to read the books as they came out, and when they stopped, I wanted to fill that time with another series of books, as opposed to one of my less intellectually stimulating distractions. Fortunately, there was a local author, Brandon Mull, who was making quite the impression with his series of books called Fablehaven. Like Harry Potter and so many before it, Fablehaven is a modern fairy tale that centers around a young adult protagonist who discovers a magical world that exists just a few degrees away from the real world. It's a formula that worked for ages because it's fun to imagine that just around the corner there's a world invisible to the naked eye that's yours alone if you can hitch a tornado, win a golden ticket, discover your heretofore unbeknownst birthright, or, in the case of Fablehaven, drink the milk. In the world of Fablehaven, the ancient magical creatures live on preserves, watched over by a select few humans who try to maintain balance between the benign and dangerous magical creatures, while protecting them from the world and the world from them. The protagonist of the story is Kendra, who, with her brother Seth, discover that their grandparents are keepers of one of these preserves, the titular Fablehaven. But the preserves are not without enemies, and the secret society is working subterfuge and intrigue to bring about the end of the preserves. The lines between good and evil are blurred as twist after twist, suspect characters become friends or allies become enemies. Several times as a reader I found myself sympathizing with the group that was supposed to be the enemy, simply because their members had gained, to some degree or another, my trust. While the interrelations of the characters may drive the story, there's always something new to see in Fablehaven. Each installment introduces new parts of the world, so the wonder and discovery of the first book is still felt at the last. One of the many things Brandon Mull's world gets right is its treatment of magic. In Fablehaven, magic always has a price, and is never a quick solution for either the characters or the author. In this way, the mystic does not become an excuse for narrative hand-waving to make a plot hole disappear. Unlike other magical world just around the corner stories, Kendra and Seth don't particularly have a bad life that the world of Fablehaven gives them escape from. They're not emotionally scarred and tortured and unable to be themselves until they find their secret world. No, Kendra and Seth are just normal young adults with good parents who love them, and that's refreshing. Oh, sure, they spend their time away from Fablehaven wishing they could go back, but who wouldn't? If you haven't heard about Fablehaven before, then chances are you're not from around these parts. But that's okay, because now is the perfect time to pick up the series, since the last volume is coming out soon, or has already come out depending on when you're watching this. Either way, it's like picking up a season of a TV show on DVD. You can take in the entire Fablehaven series from beginning to end with no waiting, and I recommend you do. They're easy to pick up, hard to put down, and in the end, you may find yourself believing in magic again.